How could he do this to me? Amaka cried, clutching a letter that confirmed the marriage. We had plans, dreams. Chief Okeke was equally devastated, nearly suffering a heart attack. A long time ago, in the vibrant town of Nnewi, Amaka and Ikena had been inseparable since childhood. Growing up in Nnewi, their bond was strengthened by the close relationship between their families. Their childhood was filled with laughter and adventure, from climbing mango trees to splashing in the local streams. One day, Ikena secretly proposed to Amaka, promising her marriage. Amaka was overjoyed knowing that Ikena belongs to her alone, that after all, he had committed himself fully to her through his proposal, and most time he called her his wife. They shared a special bond that went beyond mere friendship, and everyone in the village knew them as an inseparable pair. Amaka, out of joy, told her father that Ikena proposed to her, but it was a secret. Her father was happy because he knew it would keep the both family united. Amaka's father, Chief Okeke, a wealthy businessman, he deals on a car spare parts in Nnewi, often watched them with a smile. He saw potential in Ikena, a bright and ambitious boy, and decided to invest in his future. One evening, as they sat under the bamboo oak tree, Amaka turned to Ikena. Promise me you will always be my best friend and keep to your words of love and promises you made to me no matter what, she said, her eyes filled with hope. I promise you, Amaka, Ikena replied with a grin. Nothing will ever come between us, nothing. One evening, Chief Okeke approached them, his face serious but kind. Ikena, you are like a son to me. Do you know that? He began. I want you to have the best education. Go to the United States, study engineering, and come back to us. Chief Okeke, hoping that one day Ikena would return and marry his only child and daughter, Amaka. Ikena's eyes widened in surprise. Thank you. Thank you so much, Chief. I won't let you down, he said, his voice brimming with gratitude. With a heart full of dreams and promises, Ikena left for the United States. The transition was challenging, with a new environment and rigorous academic demands. However, Ikena was determined to succeed, driven by the hope and support of Chief Okeke and Amaka. He made new friends, including Ngozi, a fellow Nigerian student. Their shared experience of living abroad drew them closer, and their friendship quickly blossomed into something more. One day, after a particular grueling exams, Ikena and Ngozi sat in the campus cafe. I'm really glad we met, Ngozi, Ikena said, sipping his coffee. You make this place feel a little more like home. Ngozi smiled warmly. Me too, Ikena. It's nice to have someone who understands where you come from. Back in Nnewi, Amaka eagerly awaited Ikena's letters and phone calls. Have you heard from Ikena? Chief Okeke asked one evening. Yes, Papa. He's doing well and making new friends. Amaka replied, though she couldn't shake the feeling of unease that had started to grow within her. In the United States, Ikena immersed himself in his studies. The challenges were immense, but he was determined to succeed. He excelled academically, impressing his professors and peers alike. Amidst his academic endeavors, he found solace in the friendship of Ngozi. Their bond grew stronger with each shared experience, and late night study sections. I can't believe we accede that project, Ngozi said one night, celebrating with Ikena after a successful presentation. I couldn't have done it without you, Ngozi, Ikena replied, feeling a pang of guilt as he thought of Amaka back home. As his relationship with Ngozi deepened, his communication with Amaka reduced further. Calls became infrequent and letters arrived sporadically. Amaka noticed the change but remained hopeful, convincing herself that Ikena was simply busy with his studies. Why doesn't he call me as often anymore? Amaka wondered aloud, sitting with her mother in their garden. Give him time, my dear. He's working hard for his future, and yours, her mother reassured her, though she too felt growing sense of unease. As Ikena's relationship with Ngozi deepened, his communication with Amaka continued to dwindle. The time difference, coupled with their demanding schedules, made it difficult to maintain regular contact. Amaka tried to stay positive, believing that Ikena was simply busy with his studies. However, the sporadic letters and infrequent calls made her anxious. Why hasn't Ikena called me? It's been weeks, Amaka confided in her friend Chinyere. Maybe he's just busy, Amaka. Don't worry. Don't worry yourself too much. You disturb yourself a lot over things that doesn't really matter, Chinyere replied, though she could see the worry in Amaka's eyes. Ikena, on the other hand, was caught in a whirlwind of emotions. His bond with Ngozi grew stronger, and they found themselves spending more time together. The promises he had made to Amaka seemed like a distant memory. Despite his best efforts to balance both relationships, he knew that something had to give. Do you ever think about going back to Nigeria? Ngozi asked him one evening. Ikena hesitated. I do, but things are complicated. There are people back home who are counting on me. Just make sure you don't lose yourself in the process, Ngozi advised, sensing the conflict within him. As Ikena and Ngozi fell in love with each other, their relationship blossomed. Ikena decided to propose to Ngozi, and they both did secret marriage, forgetting the love and Amaka he had proposed to back home, and all the promises he made to Amaka's father. Although at first, the family of Ikena wasn't in support of Ikena marrying Ngozi, but he was able to convince them. They agreed, not minding the consequences. The news of Ikena's marriage to Ngozi came as a devastating blow to Amaka, her best friend and the man she loved that betrayed her in the worst possible way. When she received the news, her world came crashing down. How could he do this to me? Amaka cried, clutching a letter that confirmed the marriage. We had plans, dreams. Chief Okeke was equally devastated, nearly suffering a heart attack. How could he do this to us? To my daughter, he lamented, his voice thick with pain. He trusted him. Amaka, I trusted him with your future. Amaka's grief was overwhelming. She felt as though a part of her had been ripped away. The dreams they had shared, the future they had planned, all seemed meaningless now. Her health began to deteriorate as the weight of her sorrow took a toll on her. She could barely eat or sleep. Consumed by the betrayal and heartbreak, her parents, distraught by her condition, tried to console her, but their words felt hollow. Amaka, you need to stay strong. We are here for you, her mother said softly, holding her hands. I don't know if I can, Mama. I feel so lost. Amaka whispers, tears streaming down her face. Amaka's heartbreak took a severe toll on her health. She fell gravely ill, her body succumbing to the weight of her sorrow, bedridden and weak. She felt her spirit crushed. Her parents were beside themselves with worry, watching their once vibrant daughter wither away. They sought the best medical care, but it was clear that her illness was as much emotional as it was physical. Please eat. Eat something, Amaka, her mother pleaded, holding a bowl of soup. You need your strength back, my dear. I can't, Mama. Everything hurts, Amaka replied weakly, turning away. How could you do this to my daughter, my only daughter? Chief Okeke's voice trembled, with a mix of fury and sorrow. Ikena, standing before him, looked down, unable to meet his eyes. He tried to explain, but his words fell on deaf ears. Please, Chief, please. It wasn't supposed to happen this way, Ikena began, but Chief Okeke cut him off. Save your excuses, Ikena. You have broken this family's heart, he said, turning away. Chief Okeke's anger reached a boiling point. Feeling deeply betrayed, he took drastic measures and had Ikena's family arrested. While the confrontation unfolded, Amaka's health slowly began to improve. The unwavering support from her parents and the care of her doctors played a crucial role in her recovery. Although her body started to heal, her heart remained heavy and wounded. She focused on regaining her strength, determined to overcome the emotional turmoil. Amaka, we will get through this. You are strong, her mother encouraged her, sitting by her bedside. I don't feel strong, Mama, but I will try, Amaka replied, squeezing her mother's hand. The betrayal by Ikena and Ngozi left deep scars. Amaka was resolute in not letting it define her future. Her parents rallied around her, offering love and support to help her through this difficult time. The road to recovery was long, but Amaka was determined to find her way. Determined to move forward, Amaka threw herself into her work as a nurse. She joined a mission providing health care to rural areas, finding solace in helping others. The work was demanding but fulfilling, allowing her to rebuild her shattered life and find purpose again. Each patient she treated, each life was touched, helped mend her broken heart. Thank you, Nurse Amaka, a young mother said, holding her healthy baby. You have given us hope. Seeing you both well is all the thanks I need, Amaka replied with a smile. The rural health missions took her to remote villages where the gratitude and warmth of the people provided a stark contrast to the betrayal she had experienced. It was in the place that she began to find herself again. The rural healthcare missions were not just about treating illness, but also about understanding the lives and struggles of the people. Amaka found a deep sense of fulfillment in her work, knowing that she was making a real difference. Your dedication is inspiring, a colleague remarked one evening after a long day. Thank you. It's the least I can do, Amaka replied, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. Their shared dedication to help others, creating a strong bond between them. During one of their health missions, Amaka met Amaka, a doctor passionate about rural medicine. Their first encounter was during a medical outreach program in a remote village. Amaka was busy attending to a patient when Amaka arrived with her team. Dr. Amaka, this is Nurse Amaka. She will be joining us today, the coordinator introduced them. It's a pleasure to meet you, Amaka, Emeka said warmly, shaking her hands. We can use all the help we can get here. Likewise, Dr. Emeka, I'm looking forward to work with you, Amaka replied, feeling an immediate connection. As they worked together, Amaka and Emeka found themselves constantly drawn to each other. Their shared dedication to their work and their mutual respect grew into a deep friendship. They often discussed their dreams and aspirations during their breaks. I admired your dedication, Amaka. You truly care about these people, Emeka said one evening as they packed up their supplies. I feel the same about you, Emeka. It's not just a job for you, it's a calling, Amaka replied, feeling a warmth she hadn't felt in a long time. Over time, Amaka and Emeka grew closer, their bond strengthened with each other passing day. They spent their evening discussing their dreams and aspirations, finding comfort and understanding in each other's company. Emeka admired Amaka's resilience and compassion, while Amaka was inspired by Emeka's dedication and kindness. One evening, after a particular exhausting day, they sat under the stars, enjoying a brief moment of peace. You know, Amaka, I have never met anyone like you, Emeka said softly. Your strength and compassion are truly remarkable, Amaka answered, feeling a warmth in her heart. Thank you, Emeka. I feel the same way about you. You have helped me see that there is still goodness and hope in this world. As their friendship deepened, they found themselves opening up about their past. Amaka shared her story of betrayal and heartbreak, while Emeka spoke up of his struggles and triumphs. Their shared experience brought them even closer, creating a strong foundation for their relationship. The more time Emeka and Amaka spent together, the more their feelings for each other grew. They supported each other through the challenges of their work, finding joy and solace in their shared dedication to helping others. It was clear to both of them that their bond had evolved into something deeper. One afternoon, as they were setting up a mobile clinic in a remote village, Emeka turned to Amaka. Amaka, I have grown to care for you deeply. You have brought light into my life in ways I never expected. Amaka felt her heart swell with emotion. Emeka, I feel the same way. You have shown me that love can be found in unexpected places and people. Their relationship blossomed, bringing happiness and hope back into Amaka's life. She realized that the pain of her past had led her to this beautiful new beginning. With Emeka by her side, she felt stronger and more determined than ever to make a difference in the world. As Amaka and Emeka's relationship flourished, they faced a new challenge. Ngozi, now Ikena's wife, fell seriously ill and was brought to hospital where Amaka worked. Seeing Ngozi again brought a rush of painful memories for Amaka, but she remained professional and compassionate. Ngozi, it's been a long time, Amaka said, her voice steady but guided. Amaka, I never thought I would see you again, Ngozi replied weakly, her eyes filled with regret. Amaka took a deep breath. I'm here to help, Ngozi. Let's focus on getting you better. Emeka noticed the tension and offered his support. Amaka, if you need anything, I'm here for you, he said, placing a reassurance hand on her shoulder. Thank you, Emeka. I appreciate it, Amaka replied, feeling grateful for his presence. Treating Ngozi brought a flood of emotions for Amaka. She had to confront the pain and betrayal from her past while maintaining her professionalism. Despite the emotional turmoil, Amaka remained dedicated to her work, ensuring that Ngozi received the best care possible. "Ngozi, how are you feeling today?" Amaka asked during one of her rounds. "A bit better. Thanks to you," Ngozi replied, her voice filled with gratitude. "Amaka, I'm so sorry for everything." Amaka nodded, keeping her emotions in check. "Let's focus on your recovery for now, Ngozi." Emeka noticed the strain on Amaka and did his best to support her. "You are doing an amazing job, Amaka. I know this is hard for you," he said one evening as they discussed the day's events. "It is, but I'm trying to stay focused. Thank you for being here for me, Emeka." Amaka replied, feeling a sense of relief having him by her side. Ikena soon arrived at the hospital to visit Ngozi. The sight of him brought back a torrent of memories for Amaka. She struggled to maintain her composure as Ikena approached her. "Amaka, it's been a long time," Ikena said, his voice filled with regret. "It has, Ikena. How is Ngozi doing?" Amaka replied, keeping her tone professional. "She's improving, thanks to you," Ikena said. "Amaka, I'm so sorry for everything. I never meant to hurt you." Amaka took a deep breath, trying to keep her voice in check. "I appreciate your apology, Ikena, but let's focus on Ngozi's recovery." Emeka noticed the encounter and came over to support her. "Amaka, is everything okay with you?" he asked, sensing her discomfort. "Yes, Emeka, just a difficult moment. Thank you for checking on me," Amaka replied, grateful for his presence. As Ngozi's health improved, she and Amaka had more conversations. Ngozi expressed her deep regret for betraying Amaka and tried to make amends. "Amaka, I can't change the past, but I hope we can find some way to move forward," Ngozi said one day, her eyes filled with sincerity. "I appreciate your apology, Ngozi. It's not easy to forgive, but I'm trying to find peace," Amaka replied, feeling a sense of closure. Meanwhile, Ikena tried to reconnect with Amaka, seeking her forgiveness. "Amaka, I know I hurt you deeply, and I'm truly sorry. Can we at least be friends again?" he asked, his voice filled with remorse. Amaka sighed, her emotions conflicting. "Ikena, I have moved on. I'm building a new life now. I wish you and Ngozi the best, but I need to focus on my future. I am so proud of how you have handled everything," Emeka said one evening as they relaxed after a long day. "Thank you, Emeka. I couldn't have done it without you," Amaka replied, feeling grateful for his unwavering support. As Amaka and Emeka planned their future together, they looked forward to the challenges and joys that laid ahead. They knew that they could face anything as long as they had each other. Their shared commitment to making a difference in the world brought them even closer, solidifying their bond and giving them hope for a brighter future. After Ngozi's recovery, life for Ikena took a drastic turn. Ngozi, embittered by her own mistakes, began to control every aspect of Ikena's life. She seized his traveling documents and limited his freedom, turning him into a virtual prisoner in their own home. "Ikena, you can't just come and go as you please. You have responsibilities here," Ngozi stated firmly, her tone leaving no room for argument. "I understand, Ngozi, but I need to at least visit my family," Ikena pleaded, frustration evident in his voice. "Your family is here now, Ikena. Focus on us, she replied coldly. Ikena felt the walls closing in around him. His dreams of successful career and a happy family life were shattered. The man who once had the world at his feet was now reduced to a life of nobody. He began to realize the gravity of his mistakes, regretting his decisions that led him away from Amaka and into a life of misery. He started thinking about Amaka. Desperate and trapped, Ikena decided to seek more for Amaka's forgiveness. He managed to escape Ngozi's watchful eyes and made his way to Amaka's home. Amaka, please, I need to talk to you, Ikena begged, his eyes filled with desperation. I want us to come back together the way we used to be, Amaka, please. What do you think that happened between Amaka and Ikena? Was Amaka able to forgive Ikena? And what about Emeka? Did Amaka continue her relationship with him? Find out in part 2. Please kindly drop in the comment section what you think. And also do not forget to like, subscribe, and share to your loved ones. Thank you.